Hey, you guys, welcome to the Return with Josh and Maria Cribbs. We're back, baby.
Welcome back to the show. I'm Josh Cribbs.
And I'm Maria Cribbs, and welcome to another beautiful day. Josh, you said you had some sad news.
I did have some sad news. Unfortunately, we report, and all of you have known this already if you're Browns fans, we have lost our dear departed mascot, SJ. He has passed away at age 5. And age 5. I remember him coming there.
Is that the one we met?
We met him in 2018 when I was a coach.
Because he was Swagger's baby, right? He was his son.
SJ. Swagger Jr. Yes.
Now hold on, Josh. 5 is a little bit young. Now wait a minute. I don't want to start no problems. And my friends over at PETA and the American Kiddo Club, you know, we good like that. You know, we've been looking for a Doberman, right? For our son, a Doberman Pinscher. And what everybody, you know, the real breeders are like, hey, you got to make sure you get genetic testing. Now, I'm not a expert. What type of breed is he?
SJ is a bull mastiff.
A bull mastiff. I feel like they should be living beyond 5 years old.
They definitely should be.
So maybe it was
a genetic. They could have issues that arise, that they're breathing with lumps on them, anything such like that.
But that's why you get the genetic.
You have to research that.
But that's why when you get a dog, you got to get the genetic.
But it's expensive. It's expensive for people to do because, you know, I know we have a dog, and when he had problems with his
anytime he
teeth,
goes to the vet.
And it's expensive.
Anytime you go to the vet, you're going to spend at least $600 to $1,000.
And it's a lot of money. And when it gets to be too much, you weigh those like, well,
that's what's going on with our dog. Okay, so Ryan has a dog too, right?
You know?
Yes,
you love your dog?
I do.
Okay, our dog is having an issue with his tooth, right? And now he got some teeth pulled, and it's like a mass that it has formed. And our groomer found this out, right?
Right.
So we go, he gets x-rays, and then, you know, they're like, we got to get a biopsy, and then you got to weigh your options as to where, you know, you got to decide. I'm like, decide what?
Decide what? Exactly.
Like, if we got to pay for him to get repaired, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Healed. I don't. Our dog is our family. We don't just toss our dog away like that. So it's like, what do you mean decide? We're going to fight for his life. But when it comes back to SJ, the point I'm trying to make is we're looking for a Doberman Pinscher. And we have found people that have dogs available, but then we got to the American Kiddo Club, and they were just saying, hey, make sure you get genetic testing. So I don't know who's over there getting the dogs over at the Browns, but make sure you get a breeder who have genetic testing on the mother and the father to prevent them from prematurely dying.
To last just a little. Come on, these dogs should be lasting at least 14, 15, 16. They should be there a generation.
5 or 6 years,
They should be there a generation. So we're sad to see Swagger, SJ go.
Peace. I know.
He used to walk all around the facility. The facility was his home, the Browns facility. I used to see him all the time. He used to come up and scare the mess out of me in my little cubicle when I coached, and he'll walk on.
Josh, why your toes smell like Fritos? That's what
you Stop it. But fans will miss him. And they should have a funeral for him, and all the barking dogs, barking backers should attend.
Part of the Milk Bone Club, exactly.
Yes, and they should all wear, you know, funeral attire to support and commemorate and memorialize SJ.
Remember our daughter's hamster died, and she wanted to have a funeral for him, but you had already tossed him in the backyard.
Yes.
When I tell you he threw that hamster so far, Josh, you supposed to have a funeral for your pets.
I threw that thing so far in the backyard. SJ, look, Gizmo wasn't like SJ. He wasn't a part of the family like that.
I was like, Josh,
those hamsters could be replaced real easily. Because you remember before he died.
That hamster probably he was in our house 2 weeks.
That was, you not understanding, you don't remember. Mm-hmm. That was Gizmo 2 or 3.
That was. We done been through a couple of hamsters.
Our son, at a young age, took the hamster when my daughter went to school and started to play with him.
Yeah.
Like he was an action figure.
Oh, good God.
And just had him by his head and was like, Gizmo, I don't want to play. Gizmo he's not playing. And was just holding him by the head.
And we were like, wait a minute, how did he get in her room to get the hamster up on the dresser?
I was like, that hamster ain't with us no more.
The hamster didn't make it, Ryan. So listen to this. So then before our daughter gets home from school, I'm like, Josh, you got to replace her hamster. Josh goes to the pet store and comes back home with
I should have took the hamster.
A completely different looking hamster.
No, it ain't look different. At least it was the same color.
Are there different looking hamsters?
Yes. Okay, the one that
Izzy... It was the same color, though.
The one that Izzy may...
I got that part right.
Look, the one that our son Izzy may or may not have unalived was a short-haired hamster. Josh came back with a long-haired hamster. I'm like, what are you...
And he was bigger. So when Kimora got home,
like
our
one of those
daughter,
rats in NYC.
she screamed out. She was like, Gizmo got big. And I was like, me and Maria looked at each other like, man, well, you should have went and got it. And I'm trying to save the day. And I was like, well, stop. I was like, put him on a diet. Stop feeding him so much.
Made her feel like she was
gaslighting.
Yes, exactly.
I had to.
Yeah.
Because the other one I tossed so far and so long in my backyard. I'm like, man, and got another one.
Remember, Izzy was like 2 years old, right?
Yeah,
so he could barely
saying,
speak. He kept running around the house saying,
Gizmo dead.
Gizmo dead. Gizmo dead. But she didn't know what he was saying.
The whole thing. I was like, I was like, oh my God. And he was like, just kind of as little kids, as toddlers do.
That?
And he running around the house, Gizmo dead. Gizmo dead. And
but
we
she didn't know what he was saying. We were like,
know.
Please, he's ratting us out.
But that was a story we want to forget. And our daughter's old enough now to know, you didn't have all these hamsters that lasted long enough.
She probably,
Talking about Kimora, though.
Uh-huh. Oh, so, okay, 21 years ago yesterday, we had a baby.
Yes.
And she's grown as heck now. She's out in South Beach, Miami, living her best life on vacation, which I'm kind of, not that I'm jealous, but I want to ask y'all, how did y'all celebrate y'all's 21st birthday? Because she's on vacation right now. When I was broke as I don't know what when I was 21.
Right.
So
we both
these kids nowadays, they just fancy.
You know what? We both were. Luckily, though, on my 21st, I was in training camp.
Oh, yeah.
I was headed to Brown's training camp. I had just finished up my rookie mini camp.
What?
And I had just been, selected on the team and was going into training camp with the Browns for my 21st birthday.
Oh, I thought you were in kid.
No.
You get old, you start forgetting things. Okay.
Because remember,
you couldn't even have a shot on your birthday.
I came out the spring of my 21st, and then went in a rookie mini camp, and then my birthday is in June.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Ryan, how did you celebrate your 21st birthday?
I was in school, so my parents came down to Cincinnati. We went to the casino when I was my friend. I didn't win anything, so it wasn't a great birthday. But no, I'm just kidding. It was a good birthday. It was a lot of fun.
Is that it? Okay, when you have a child that's turning 21 years old, do you take shots with them? Because I'm like, man, Kimora down in Miami, we can't even have a birthday shot. She's legal now.
I wouldn't, and I have my glasses on.
Here go Pastor Josh.
Cleveland.
Preach, Pastor.
It's hot in Cleveland. However,
you're such a square, Josh.
No, I'm not against shots.
So lame.
But maybe it'll be more eloquent,
like a glass of wine,
to have a glass of wine.
There you go.
Or Casamigos
a
Reposados,
celebratory
baby.
drink with mom, daughter, and father.
So, Ryan, when you went
do
to
a cheers, not shots with an S, because I don't want to promote.
I didn't say shots. Did I say shots? I meant a shot.
You said shots. I don't want to promote to her. I don't want to push it on her, but maybe like a little communion.
And these kids already been drinking.
Like church communion. When we do our little church thing, and some churches actually, guys,
Josh is
they
not going to have
real
wine.
communion.
He's going to have some grape juice, some Welch's grape juice in that wine glass.
But no, in some churches they actually use real wine. And my mother, who's a pastor, she actually was like, she went to a church.
What church is
and
that?
And they had real wine. She was like, oh,
I need to switch. I need to switch congregations.
She was like, oh, it's real, right? But
Ryan, when you went to the casino, did y'all have a shot that day?
I don't remember exactly, but I imagine we definitely had multiple.
That's what I'm saying.
I want it to be special with our daughter, so when she comes home from
she doesn't
South
want
Beach,
she doesn't want any wine.
We can have just a little celebratory. Hey, you're old enough to drink. We want to congratulate you on 21 years and your 21st birthday, and we should have a toast to her.
Okay.
A toast. How about that? Instead of shots,
that sounds good to me. Now, look, you got some celebratory news coming up about a special Cavs player, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All right, now welcome back to the show. Now, I feel like a couple episodes ago, we posted a picture of Donovan Mitchell, right?
I think it was last week.
Was that last? No, it was 2 weeks ago.
You was mentioning his.
He was on vacation and he had a Cavs shirt on, right? Okay, so what's going on with that? Is he going to go?
Well, you spoke it into existence. He had the Cavs shirt on vacation, so he knew that he was going to become a Cleveland Cavalier.
Forever Cavs, baby.
And like we all thought, he was extended this morning, 3 year, $150 million.
Dang.
and some change.
3 years.
So we got to go up to Donovan Mitchell as soon as we can and hey player, let me borrow $20 to the mom. I got you. Let me borrow. But I think this is significant.
Yeah.
Because now they can continue to build the team around Donovan, a staple, someone who they believe that's going to be around the team for at least a few more years, at least 3 years.
Yeah,
we can say that.
At least 3.
So they can build around him and hopefully make a deeper playoff run next season.
Yeah, congratulations to that. That's like, that's a lot of money.
It is.
Is basketball money guaranteed?
I believe so. It is guaranteed
it?
Because listen to this. And I don't mean to skip the subject, but Ryan, some people are upset that our inactivity with the Cavs. Like they feel like we should bring more talent, to this team to actually make a run. Kind of like Andrew Berry. Like people were saying, we need Andrew Berry back there with the Cavs to bring guys and to develop this team with outside talent.
Yeah, no, that's without a question. They really do, given that how good the East is getting with Paul George going to the Sixers. I mean, the Bucks are going to be healthy, but it's the biggest first step. Before the Cavs could really do anything, you needed this first domino to fall, and that was getting the Donovan Mitchell extension, so you can build around him. And now that that's happened, I expect you'll see a couple moves here. But Kobe Allman, he's been very inactive so far in free agency, but I really think that now that Donovan signed up for the next 3 years, it really is guaranteed too. He has the player option, so treat it like 2 more years, but that's still a huge deal for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Biggest since LeBron came back. I mean, I know this wasn't free agency. He was traded here, but for him to commit here 2 more years in the prime of his career, I mean, it's huge for the franchise, the Cavaliers.
See, and I think that not only that, by signaling that he will be here for a few more years at least, they can use him to get other players.
Absolutely.
Because we made it into the second round of the playoffs, and we didn't do that since LeBron. And I think we're just a few pieces away. You can only have 5 people on the court at a time.
Right.
I think we're a few pieces, maybe 1 or 2 supporting cast members to put around him that'll get us past that line, to get us in the championship or get us in the game. Now, when it comes to
at least paying a player that much, do they have any say over? Because I'm sure every player wants a ring. Everybody wants to make it to playoffs. Everybody wants to get that go all the way to championship. Do they have any say over, hey, why don't you look at him or why don't you look
definitely.
Okay.
You see how LeBron engineered the success or the lack thereof of his team? Mm-hmm. He is the staple of that team. He calls shots. Hey, bring such and such.
Now, can any player call shots?
No, of course not.
Oh.
Productivity.
One or 2 on the team? Or how many we talk? Okay.
Productivity breeds leniency.
Oh, okay.
If you're producing, they have an open ear. I'm going to tell you this. I was producing with the Browns, Ryan, Maria.
I know you were.
I got a tryout. I had Romeo Cornell give my brother a tryout.
He was producing.
He asked, do we play ball? I'm
like, you did what? Hold on, I was talking.
You could listen.
Okay.
He played. I'm like, yeah, he played college. He played in high school, was dominant. And I wanted him to get a tryout.
Who?
My brother.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And this wouldn't have happened if I was just scrubbed down on the bench. You think Romeo Cornell would even listen? He'd be like, son, get out of my office. What are you doing up here?
Yeah.
But because I was producing, that breeded leniency, and I was able to get my brother a tryout.
And word on the street is, your brother was better than you.
Let's not go to the streets. My brother was a linebacker.
Your mama's home. Your mom, your dad.
My brother was a linebacker. He was dominant. He was a dominant figure. He was
in the newspaper just as much as you.
Yes.
Got a scholarship just like you. Right.
Probably a little more in high school, but definitely I had a better path. Okay. Let's say that. People used to bring their kids, their students to our school to get recruited. Remember, my tight end was Brian Davis.
He didn't go to Dunbar.
No, he went to a different high school,
which
I think was detrimental. Because it was to each his own. I don't think our parents were active in figuring out what high schools we went to.
Where you send your kids to school it matters, especially at the high school level. You got to move outside of your community to make some things happen.
Exactly.
Have them move with grandma for a little bit, have them go to school there, for them 4 years. It matters because the program sucks or, the coaching sucks. They're not going to be able to get those looks or those eyes as they would if they go to a program that's already got the eyeballs on them, the talent, and they just need their assistance.
For instance, let's go into that.
I forgot your brother did not go to your high school.
Exactly. Let's go into that just a little bit.
Okay.
Remember Solon, my goddaughter Gabby, right?
Yeah.
Look at that starting 5. They were players that moved into the Solon area.
Yeah, one
to
came
be
all the way
legal,
from Michigan. Yeah.
To be legal. Like all these players live here, but they weren't from there.
Yeah.
and all of them went D1.
Yep.
I think 4 out of the 5 starting lineup of Solon in that year went Division 1.
Yeah.
We're talking about women's basketball.
Yeah.
I used to travel to watch her play.
Yeah.
It was some of the best, highest level of basketball that I enjoyed, watching.
Yeah.
But they all decided to go to that school for the talent,
for the
opportunity.
And even when it comes to AAU, I think a few of the girls were going down to Columbus to be on the AAU team, and then also traveling like 3 times a week to go to Detroit to be on the AAU team.
Right.
So parents that have kids in sports, especially those younger parents, it does seem like an inconvenience because when you're not used to, going out your way to take the kids to practice and things like that, but it matters. You got to put your child in a position to be successful, whether that's going up to 2 hours down the street to Columbus to have them on a team or whatever. It does matter. I did not.
Yeah.
I forgot your brother did not go to your high school.
No, he did not go to my high school. And
so do you
think
if you would not have went to Dunbar, you would have had...
It was different for me. This is the one thing.
It's always different.
Because I played multiple sports at a high level. Mm-hmm. Remember, I was a baseball player.
That's true.
People don't know. I went to this school not because of football. I went to Dunbar for baseball to compete against another school in our division who was really good in baseball. I fell into football. Even though I played football from Pop Warner all the way up, baseball was supposed to take me where I wanted to go.
I wish I could just fall into something.
But no, so you have
to end up in the NFL.
You fell into
Ryan, can I just fall into the NFL?
You fell into me, and you. That's why you got the life that you. Ryan, she fell into something at Kent State.
Wasn't she just saying pre-show that like you lucked into her?
Exactly. I was lucky.
Ryan.
I think it might have been the other way around. Like, you were lucky. Let's talk about that. But no.
I ain't saying
we done
she a gold
off
digger.
the topic because we originally was talking about Donovan Mitchell.
We were.
And the players that need to be excited to come and join his team.
Yeah.
But then we went on a tangent.
We did.
Okay.
You know one more thing I'm excited about? LeBron James and his son. Look, we're going to talk about them when we come back. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the show.
Why you say his name?
Welcome
like
back
LeBron
to
James.
our producer just throwing me under the bus. This
hey,
is like that, Ryan.
Accountability.
No, we love Ryan.
Accountability.
Josh,
you
did luck up getting me though.
I think it was mutual. I think
that's so sassy, man. They think they the prize.
I think
you think you the prize, huh? I'm the prize.
I think it's mutual. And I
Good answer, Josh.
Keep it at that.
That's number 1 on the board, Family Feud.
Keep it at that.
Okay, so before the break, we were talking some NBA.
Right.
And then we teased a little bit about LeBron James.
But
it's about Bronny James right now, Josh.
Absolutely.
How excited were you? Our whole house was like, oh my God, let's go. I'm excited for him to be joining the Lakers with his father.
Right.
To get drafted, to work so hard. Yeah.
I'm excited because we watched him grow up in front of our eyes, right? I remember our son Izzy took a picture with him years back.
At the jump zone or something. Sky Zone. Yeah.
And just to see him come up in the area, to know his dad, to know, to have been around his dad when he was growing up in the area, in Akron, going to the games at Kent State, and then seeing his son do the same thing, grow up in this area and come up. I am happy for his family.
Period.
Because for me, one of the highlights of my life, even though I made it to the NFL, would be to see my son following my footsteps in the same way.
Right.
And because he was able to do that, that's a cherry on top. Like I'm like, wow, because he's Bronny James.
Yeah.
Whether people think he's qualified or not.
Yeah, I heard
I'm
that.
just excited for his family.
Yeah.
Like, wow, I want that. I want to be able to do that. We all should be able to do that. And real quick, I was listening to
Look at you, he got a little twinkle in his eye, Ryan.
No, because I was listening to Cameron and his podcast. Right?
Oh, I like their podcast.
And,
Mace.
He was saying that people should think of this differently because his father made him became so big, like we was just saying, that he allowed him to have this opportunity, right? And Cameron was like, man, I look now, I'm mad at my father.
Period.
Because I had to work for everything I got.
Yeah.
And he basically is calling people out who think that this is wrong or whatever. Man, what your father do for you?
Yeah.
Like this person's father presented him with an opportunity of a lifetime, and he walked in with all authority. And I can't wait till he proves people wrong. Yeah. This is one of those Cinderella stories where he has an opportunity. and I can't wait to see him grab it.
A lot of people give their children opportunities that their kids don't qualify for.
Right.
This is not the case. This man has been playing basketball. Even
years.
Even Nike put the photo up when he was, I guess, probably on the court at one of his dad's games. After the game, he had the ball in his hand when he was so tiny. He's been working for this all his life. And like you said, in regards to our son, Izzy, it's not even about, because Izzy, he's so smart. He's academically inclined.
Right.
He can do whatever he wants to do, whether it's play, try to get to the NFL or, he flies planes. He does so much. It's about having the opportunity to be able to choose. I've heard a lot of people and a lot of the narrative out there, like, talk about nepotism and things like that. Yeah. Other people do it. Why would I not set up something good for my son? I love it. I don't work as hard as I do, and I'm sure you don't work as hard as you do for our children to have to get anything out of the mud.
And that's I wanted to stop right there.
Okay.
And Ryan, you can chime in. I think that's what the generational things is supposed to go to generations. Each generation is supposed to be even better than the last.
Yeah.
I don't want my son to have to struggle.
Why?
And to go through what I had to go through to get through to the NFL or any professional sports. If I can play enough ball like LeBron James did and provide a better life so my son, and I'm stripping the conversation bare.
Yeah.
If people feel like, such and such should have made it. No, his dad played
That's
good.
LeBron James' son.
That he laid out an area so that his son, that blessings flow from his father down to the son. And he provided a life so that he could be able to follow in his footsteps.
Yeah.
I congratulate that he played. He's such a figurehead that his son can reap the benefits.
And look, I want my son on the NBA team, and not just any team.
My team.
The team I'm on.
I mean, they're going down in history. They're going down in history, regardless of what anybody can take from it. I hate that people want to spoil like, it's because of your dad.
But
what your dad do?
Isn't the goal?
What your father do?
Thank you. What your dad? Hey, I ain't gonna speak on my dad. But look, because a lot of times people don't like your parents. They. And shout out to parents, they doing the best that they can, but you want to leave a legacy behind for your children if you can. You even tell Izzy, like, Izzy, we're good.
Right.
You tell our son, we're good. Like, you don't have to try to be in the NBA.
You ain't got to be me. I did that.
Yeah.
Right.
Major League Baseball, whatever. You do whatever you want to do, but please believe, I want you to be better than me.
Right.
I don't want you to have to struggle. I don't know where this whole sense is thinking that people have to struggle. Even when you hear some celebrities, they pass away, they don't leave their kids anything. Or I think it was one big-time actor, probably somebody you admire a few years ago, said he's not giving his kids any handouts.
Right.
I think that might be a cultural thing or maybe a mindset thing. When it comes to how hard we work, I don't work as hard as I do for my kids to ever have to struggle. Right. Any opportunity that can be presented to them because of what their dad did this city, I'm going to take advantage of it. I used to feel like guilty behind it, like, oh no, don't tell nobody who we are. Nah. You don't work as hard as you do to not get perks and privileges and opportunities. Other cultures do it, take advantage of it.
Create a brand so that our children can walk through it. And people, and even nationally broadcast, they talk about Ryan, how they I think they was like, who you think is the Dallas Cowboys president? And it was Jerry Jones' son.
Period.
And that's how it is in ownership.
It should be. Yes.
They own the team. Their son running it.
The same thing with the Browns. J.W. Johnson is Haslam's son-in-law.
He's a son-in-law.
Yeah. That's how it works.
That's how it is.
He runs it smoothly. And if you ain't qualified, you get qualified. So it's just these narratives out there. I'm just every time I have a chance to talk to LeBron when he comes back and play, every time I have an opportunity, I'm like, man, keep being a beacon, man. We saw you from the ground up.
Yeah.
Amazing. And and it's just to see his family become icons. It's amazing. So there's a standard for everyone to reach on any level.
On any level.
You're reaching that, then you're on your way.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love it.
And guess where we on our way to? Another commercial. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All right, now you guys, welcome back to the show. Now, Josh, July 4th is coming up, the 4th of July.
Yes.
1 year we tried to, shout out to everybody watching in the Cleveland area. 1 year we tried to go down to Edgewater to watch the fireworks.
We did.
Now, I got to just put a little shameless plug. I'm from Columbus, Ohio. I'm an Ohio girl, but I'm from the capital city. Our fireworks expose is spectacular. I don't know how they do it in D.C.
Oh, come on. I mean, come on.
What you mean? Oh, come on.
I mean, it's the nation's capital, man. That's where, they fought for independence, right? Right. So they do Earth it's huge.
Right.
Yeah, it's huge.
But I want to ask the viewers, where are y'all going to watch the fireworks at? Is it going to be out like the stay at home or go? The local cities have their fireworks displays, which aren't usually as great as the ones that are like downtown in the main
you got
areas,
to plan. If you're going downtown, you got to make it like a day event.
Well, we tried to go to Edgewater that one time.
Because we went
we were like in traffic for 2 hours.
We went
we tried to go like 15 minutes before. Nah, it was later than that.
And it was like, no way. It was a traffic jam. I'm like, goodness gracious, we're going to have to step out the car to see the fireworks on the highway. Because we didn't plan enough or to have the know-withal to understand everybody going to be there.
Everybody down there. But that is a good spot to watch it, though. Ryan, where you watching the fire? What you do 4th of July?
Backyard.
How you usually celebrate?
I don't really have any plans, to be honest. I think where I live, they're doing like a community thing, so I'll maybe go there. Yeah. I don't know. Fireworks are they're fun, but I don't know. They don't really do it for me too much.
Really?
Yeah.
When we were kids, we used to be like, oh, the fireworks.
Yeah, it used to do it for me. But now as I get older, I'm like, oh, man.
Too much traffic down there. You start thinking
it's just.
I like all my digits.
Oh, yeah, right. Oh, yeah. Everybody be safe with those fireworks out there. But when it comes to cookouts, now y'all know groceries are high as heck, right? Should you require your guests to bring food for the cookouts?
No. You can ask. You can ask the family or friends.
I spent, I think, $335 the other day at the grocery store. Came home, I felt like I still didn't have anything to cook.
So how you gonna require it though? To require it, if they don't bring it, what you gonna be at the door with?
You can have some of them
buns that you supposed to bring. We ain't got no hamburger buns. We ain't got no hot dog buns. You supposed to bring buns. And if you don't got your bun, what you gonna be like? Can you go to the store and get your buns and then you get entry into my cookout?
Josh, but groceries are so high. Should people not even attempt to go over someone else's house? Okay, say the host. They shouldn't have to say it. But groceries are high. If groceries are high,
have it with you and your family. We ain't having a group. We having a cookout, but just for my immediate family. I only need 1 pack of this, 1 pack of that, 1 pack of this, and we good.
Do people still do BYOB?
I think so. I think it's natural. I think when we have, anytime we
don't come to my house and you a drinker and you ain't put in on this now.
Anytime
you get you a bottle of water. Go get you a bottle of water over there in the cooler.
You speaking of what's already said. This is known.
So why is it not known to bring food?
Because if I have a cookout, I'm saying, hey, you bring this. And if you don't got it, I'm like, man, hold up. We ain't got I'm letting everybody know, hey, we ain't got no hot dogs today, even though it's a cookout. Somebody forgot the hot dog. And I'm going to put them on blast every time. I'm like, until someone go get it. I'm like, we have it at my house. My grill, I had to prepare. At least y'all could do is bring, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I would just point it out, but that won't stop the show.
It always be the main people, the ones that be taking the place to go. You didn't bring no food. You got about 4 or 5 to go plates.
Man, I don't want to be controversial, but I will point people out. Put them on blast.
Josh, you a mess. Okay, so look, the other night I was watching the BET Awards, right?
Yeah.
They came on, and I'm going to say this, because everybody talking about it's going viral. My take on it, I actually sat and watched the whole thing. I don't know how I missed the Will Smith his performance, but I watched the whole thing. I do feel like the show was a bit rushed. I think Taraji, shout out to Taraji. When it comes to
why you say rush? Because you just saying that I didn't see it.
It wasn't well put together. Now Ryan, we're all TV, we TV producers. How long would you think it would take for you to prepare an award show on the magnitude of like CMA or BET
I would
Awards?
Want at least a couple weeks to prepare for the whole thing.
Oh, that's all you need is a couple of weeks. I felt like 6 months.
Well, this is just me. I'm talking about just knowing, getting all the material together.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not talking about
like talent.
When you're talking about putting
the whole
thing together.
Yeah.
A year.
Yeah, I'm just saying what I do like for you guys, but on a bigger stage, as an award show, a couple weeks. But if you're talking about the whole thing, then that's got to be a 6 month at least in advance.
At least 6 months. I just feel like.
Do you know how long it was, or it just looked like that?
I don't. I think that I read something saying that the host of the BET Awards was just announced like 2 weeks ago, which they host. So I don't know if that was a last minute, but she hosted it before.
Man, sometimes people want too much money, and it's hard to get people to do it.
That's true. But then when it does, you and I host events all the time. Hosting is not an easy thing to do. So shout out to her for doing an exceptional job as she does.
I think
this
year
it just seemed a little rushed.
A little
rushed.
Okay.
But one of the main
problems
issues was when she was, walking, doing her rounds and giving her roses out, and then, like during the show, she mistaked some other guy for Keith Lee. Now, do you know who Keith Lee is?
Yeah.
Ryan, do you know who Keith Lee is?
He does the reviews.
I can't say I do.
The guy that does the food reviews on TikTok?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, now
who he
see,
is.
now you can't assume everybody knows who
Right.
an influencer or TikToker
And
is.
I only
Now,
know him because of
who
y'all.
Keith Lee is, and I love
Maria,
him.
I only know because of you guys.
Right.
I wouldn't
And so
know him if you
people
without you
were so
guys.
offended because she ended up calling another guy Keith Lee, which I think at one point she was probably being fed something in her ear or reading off a teleprompter.
Right.
I feel like it was an honest mistake, and everybody's coming down so hard on
Of
her.
course, this is the generation of coming down on anybody if
Yeah.
they mess up.
Yeah.
There's
And
no
then,
forgiveness out here.
you know, but have you ever been
small
called? Have you ever
leeway.
been mistaken for somebody else?
No. No. People just say, you look like myself. Everybody walk up to me, you look like Josh Cribbs. All the time. Like, did anybody ever tell you look like Josh Cribbs?
Yeah.
Or R. Kelly?
Yeah.
Or
Avant.
I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, I get that a lot.
Have you ever messed with anybody like Josh Cribbs? Have you been like,
Yes.
no?
I'm like, I'm not that handsome.
Oh yeah, he does.
I
I've
was
heard him
like,
say
do
that
you think?
before.
I even said, I was like, do you think he's handsome or something?
Uh-huh.
Like, oh yeah. I'm like, well, it's me. It's me. Yeah, it's me. I play with people sometimes,
Yeah.
but people ask me that all the time. You look like Josh Cribbs.
Yeah.
So
Are
yeah.
award shows not your thing? Because you did not tune in at all.
I mean,
You missed Usher. He had a wonderful. I think he had a wonderful speech.
It's not my thing. It's not my thing. For me, it's just not my thing.
They was twerking.
I don't find it
They
entertaining.
was twerking.
I don't find it entertaining.
They was twerking.
Twerking?
Mm-hmm.
Why do I want to see that?
Because I don't know how they make it do what it do. I can't do those things. I don't know
Why would you need
the
to?
cheeks don't.
Why would you need to? Is that a qualification?
I think twerking looks pretty cool.
It looks pretty cool, but
Ryan,
listen to my
hold on,
statement.
Ryan, come in
Is
the
it a
screen, Ryan.
Is it a qualification?
Do you think twerking looks cool? Do guys like twerking?
What do you mean, like it? I don't mind it.
Yeah, I mean,
If you started twerking, I'd be like,
it's pretty cool. I'm not going to tell you to stop.
right. But I'm not going to require it. Like, hey, if you don't know how to twerk, I don't think let's do the twerk test before I can date you or have a relationship with you. That's not it.
That question just came to my mind. So anyway, Usher was giving a speech, and the internet's going crazy behind it because his speech got muted. Now we work in television. I can tell you this: I believe his speech got muted not because he was talking about black love and fathers being a part of the household and making sure they step up and take care of their kids. I think it's because he was dropping a few cuss words, and those are huge fines when it comes to the FCC. Those fines are huge for a network, and I believe that's why they cut the
feed, the voice.
Yeah, it was chopping in and out, but I feel like maybe BET can rerun the awards program and then just actually go through it and post editing and just actually mute out the curse words that he was
I'm
saying.
sure
I think he had a great message.
They rerun a lot of the shows.
Yeah, so hopefully they'll fix that. But everybody's like, oh, he was talking about fatherhood. They don't want fathers in the household. That's why they muted his speech.
Everybody gonna say
I think
what
it's
they
because
want.
of the F-bombs and the
cuss words.
which I will say I'm a
You
cursor.
like hearing all them cuss words.
And for some reason, when I heard him say it, I was just like, why Usher cursing like that?
Yeah.
So now I see how when I post stuff, people be like, oh, you curse? I'm like, yeah, I curse a lot.
Yeah,
but I can see how it can be distasteful to some people. But
Absolutely.
yeah. So look, I want to talk a little bit Browns when we come back. Is that okay?
That's fine.
All right, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All right, you guys, welcome back to the show. Now, Josh, I want to show you this photo right here. I think the countdown begins, baby.
Yes.
Look at these sexies right here. Look at this.
Not these sexies though.
The Browns
the
put
dogs
that
up front.
yes.
The dogs up
Which
front.
I'm not used to seeing the linemen get love like that.
Right.
And I looked at those numbers. I said, oh,
They
them
deserve it.
linemen. Yeah, they deserve
They
it.
deserve it,
They
especially
protect-
last season when we looked at the amount of injuries that they suffered,
Mhm.
and yet they thrived. And I'm interested to see, Ryan, how they do without their coach, without the famed coach, because his son got a job and he went with his son. So I'm interested to do we know by heart the new offensive lineman's
Fill
coach?
me in. Tell me what's going on.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, his
What?
name's on the top of my head.
Yeah.
Andy Dickerson.
Okay. So
You said Eric Dickerson.
Andy.
Oh, I was Eric Dickerson.
But he's
okay.
a new offensive coach.
Okay.
So we touted our offensive coach from last year.
Yeah.
But his son, what's his son's name?
Brian Callahan.
Callahan's son, Brian. I always go by last names because of football.
Why they got different last names?
No, they got the same.
You said Eric something Dickerson. And
That
then
was
a new one.
Oh, the new one. Oh, okay.
So Callahan's son, I always call it by the last name.
Okay.
Forgive me.
That's what it is.
He was a good coach for the Browns.
Mhm.
I mean, highlighted because we had so many injuries on the offensive line,
Mhm.
and they still performed magically. Like, that wasn't a big issue.
Right.
Losing losing like 3 starters, right? And we still was able to get that team over the hump to get them to it. They protected Flacco as much as they could,
Mhm.
made it in the playoff, had a little playoff run. So I'm interested to see how well he does this season with the line. I'm interested to see the linemen, how well they do with this new offensive coach.
All right. Then I got a countdown right there. They said 70 days yesterday, so that's 69 days until these guys go to war in the trenches. But I was looking at that, like I said, I was shocked. Like, man, they pumping up the linemen. I love it. What position? Like, say I want to be in NFL, right? And I like attention. What positions get the most attention? Because I like the shot. Okay, then receivers,
wide receivers, running backs.
But the linemen, they be out there protecting people.
Right. If you want attention,
your quarterback ain't gonna have no success if they get knocked out every play because ain't nobody protecting them.
If you want attention as a lineman, be bad at your job.
True.
Oh. You'll get a lot of attention.
Oh, you don't want no attention as a lineman
for a short period of time. Yeah, you don't want no attention.
Okay.
That's a good ass point, John.
Yeah. If you want attention as a lineman, be bad at your job. You'll get all the attention you need for just a short period of time. It'll probably be attention like, the Browns released such and such. Or such and such was so bad. Look at this. He gave up a sack. He's getting released. Like, they'll give you all the attention about you being bad. And they say all publicity is good publicity, but not that type.
You know who always we hear at your games? Running backs always getting called over to
at that particular moment in the NFL, running the ball, we were a running team. So if you give the ball to somebody, 14, 15, 16 times a game, that's the name you're going to hear.
Okay.
Whether it was Reuben Drones,
They had you in the Wildcat, Josh. They had you in the Wildcat. You were running the ball. You were running the ball.
My name was mentioned every now and then, here or there, a time or two.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I keep getting these messages to my phone. I want to put it back up again. Did we or did we not discuss this on the show? Now look at this. People are texting me asking, is this true in regards to this Vegas trip?
Okay.
The Browns put another tweet up or message up, and please tell the people, are you really going to be in Vegas? Because I'm sick of the
tables.
Go ahead.
I'm going to be at the poker tables. I'm going to be on blackjack. I'm like, oh,
you play blackjack, not poker.
Both. I'm going to Texas Hold'em. They going to be like, Chris, what's up, baby? We out here.
I'm leave me alone.
Shh. Come on, baby.
Like, blow these dice. Oh, craps. We love craps. Oh, yeah, I love craps now.
We're going to be out there getting it. Brown's going to win-win. It's going to be a win-win.
I'm trying to understand what it is. People don't think this is real. I probably had about 4 or 5 messages saying, hey, are you guys really going to be in Vegas? Is this really a thing? Yes, the Browns are going to be playing in Las Vegas. Josh is going to be there. Thousands of Browns fans are going to be there.
We're going to be out there partying at the pool. Then we're going to all head to the tables. Then it might be some shots with an S.
Now, this was a bring your producer trip, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I'm just making sure. I'm just making sure.
He said Ken's in town, so we got to get that black card.
So, Ken, bring your producer.
Ken, let me get the number to the Amex. Okay, so you.
The Amex.
Because I'm going. I'm going too, right?
Oh.
And I can get in bikini shape because it's going to still be warm in Vegas.
So
but
I might not have the fun I thought I was going to have, right?
I think people.
I'm just kidding.
People are just trying to confirm whether or not you're going to be there or not. That's it.
Yeah, I'm going to Vegas, ladies and gentlemen. Meet us there. Browns going to play against Las Vegas
Raiders.
The Browns backers are going to be all there.
You know they showing up.
It's going to be fun.
It's going to be crazy.
Let's do it.
We got one more commercial to take, right? All right, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All right, now welcome back to the show. You heard it. Josh is going to be in Vegas during the weekend where the Browns play the Las Vegas Raiders. I want to see that dome. Is it a dome? It has to be a dome. It's hot. It's too hot. It's too hot in Vegas.
They have a dome.
But they got they have some type of.
It's gonna be casino slots in there as well.
No, but have y'all seen the dome in Las Vegas? It's like some 360.
Oh, the Sphere.
The Sphere. Yeah, I want to see that too.
Yeah, so it's a lot to do in Vegas now. They have some new attractions, new hotels, everything. Yep.
Josh, they don't know how you get down in Vegas.
I don't want them to either.
He's not a fun person in Vegas.
I let them go to the pool ride and do whatever they got to do.
We booked
sightsee.
We booked a couple family trips to Vegas.
It's a
Josh
shame.
wasn't part of the family at all.
I'm like, what you thought this was?
I've never seen somebody stay like 24
the kids
hours
was at the pool
in one seat.
We ate breakfast.
He called me, go get me food. I'm like, what is going on?
We ate breakfast together.
And we didn't see him for 2 days.
Went to see Circus Soleil with the kids. Peace.
Isn't that a point of a vacation?
Man, I did me. I did. And look, these were the times before they had a casino here in Cleveland. So I was out there on the weekend. Yeah. I'm weekend tripping into Vegas with the guys.
He would give us money to leave his presents. Here, go
yeah,
shopping.
I'm like, here, go buy something. Go bring a souvenir, a memento.
I
Vegas.
will say Josh is the most winningest gambler I've ever met. You always win somehow.
Yeah. Yep.
True or false? Have you ever?
win.
Now we got Ryan. You don't want to lie in front of Ryan. Have you ever lied to your wife and said you won at the casino when you haven't?
I'm pretty sure a lot of us do that. I'm gonna just
No,
tell.
I'm asking you. I'm not asking all of them. I'm not asking a lot of us. I'm asking you.
I can be upfront. You know it because I've told you the story. I've healed from this. I've been accountable for my actions. So Ryan and all of you out there in TV land, podcast land, I used to lose sometimes, and I used to bring Maria a cut of the loss.
Where would you get this
but
loss
I would
from? You
tell
go to
her, I won. Here's your little cut. And I would do that so she wouldn't mind me going all the time because I would go so much. I'm like, I would be sad and sick to my stomach and go to the ATM and be like, yeah, I won. I fix my mouth to say, I won. Here's your cut. Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, he won. Then I started thinking years down the line, like, wait a minute. Oh, nobody won the casino that much.
And then I was extra salty because I knew I had to give her something of the loss of the fake winnings that I didn't win.
It's double loss.
Double loss.
But no one required you to do that. Why did you just start volunteering? I won.
I didn't want to hear your mouth at all.
I would have asked anything.
Sure. So, yep. So there you have it. That's what I did.
I'm not that kind of girl.
Yeah,
okay, but look, does this girl look familiar to you guys? Does she look familiar?
Who?
Look at who Shaq is with right here. Does she look familiar at all?
Oh, yeah. Shaq is with her for a reason. She done laid it down for all those to know who she is and how to do it when you're in the bedroom.
You remember her from last week?
I remember her from last week.
Josh remembers the Hawk Tour girl.
The Hawk Tour. How can we not?
You don't forget a face like that.
Yeah. How can we not?
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
When I saw, no, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. When I
think
saw,
everybody remember her.
When I saw that photo, I'm like, who is that Shaq is with? You guys really remember? She's etched in your brain.
Yeah.
All because of one statement.
I told you, like, that's why I would, depending on my business, I couldn't have her represented if that was the tag that we would represent her for. If everyone knows her for something and it's a serious business, a serious job, she might not be a good representation of your brand.
She's going famous. I feel like she's going famous. I mean, she's really.
She can get invited to some Vegas parties or some parties here in town.
Hawk Tour girl. I don't even know your first name.
They'll put her on the flyer.
Ma'am, young
Hawk
lady.
Tour girl will be here.
Capitalize off
Everybody
of this moment.
going
You
to the
are
rave.
in every man's fantasy right now.
Ain't no
you
fantasy.
can get paid to do parties in Vegas. She's showing up. She was at some concert. What was that guy's name? The country singer?
Zach Bryan.
Zach Bryan concert. She's been invited on stage.
Fantasies though.
No, I'm telling you,
guideline.
she needs to capitalize off of this moment. Get you a manager, get you an agent, and book as many things as you can. Maybe even come out with like a relationship, how to satisfy your man in the bedroom, playbook or something.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
She needs to capitalize off of this moment. Nick Padone sent us a screenshot of an interview she did. She did not, in fact, get fired. I'm telling y'all might think I get on these airways and just be talking crazy.
They did that.
I'm the real deal. I told you, I would still hire her.
They were cool.
She seems fun. Nobody will work in no toxic work environment. You want fun people like her in your organization.
Again, if I had a bank, I wouldn't be so sure. If I had something where I had to be in front of corporate members of society, it depends the occupation.
She's young. That's expected.
She
didn't do anything to hurt anybody's feelings.
I'm mortified if it was my child.
Probably saved a couple relationships with her.
And I don't know how old she is, so we're saying our daughter.
I think she's young.
That's what I'm saying. I know her parents, even though she has
how old she is? Ryan probably Googled her. How old is she?
I don't know exactly. I think she's like my age, like 23.
You didn't slide her DM? You didn't slide her DM?
You know he looked it up.
No. I don't know.
Listen,
I mean, I can do a quick Google right now.
He slid her DM like, how about that Hawk Tour you was talking about?
Show me what you, show me. Can you do it
what you're working with?
You've been bugging my phone, Josh.
Oh my, look. He know he was in there like, I know everybody has been saying this, but I really mean it. How about that Hawk Tour?
Last week, all you got to do
She's 21.
She's 21? That's perfect.
Ryan knew. He already knew.
No,
he pretended,
hold on. 23. I said 23.
Hold on, though.
Go ahead. You got
about 1 minute. Now, I only got 1 minute, 30 seconds. I had so much. Okay, so I'm just wondering, how does a 21-year-old know that trick?
Exactly.
Like, I feel like, girl, how long you been getting it in?
Yeah. Mortified.
You shouldn't know nothing like that till like 28.
My mortification is
that's what they like. Ryan, next week we're going to talk about your bachelor party, okay?
All right, let's do it.
All right, look, we love you guys so much for watching.
Enjoy the
weather.
weather.
Enjoy the weather, and we'll see you next time on The Return with Josh and Maria Chris. Peace out.